Okay, so I've started off with a little prayer, thanking God for today and for our interaction today. But for the rest of us, given our various beliefs, you can always uh, start off whichever meeting or whichever engagement you have with your own way of praying, whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, whatever it is. But today we're here to discuss money matters, and they do not discriminate. Issues to do with money do not discriminate, regardless of your color, regardless of your race. Okay, that's more or less the same thing. Your religion, your beliefs, your background, it doesn't matter. As long as you're ready to make a difference in your financial life, you are very welcome to be Money Wiser. So a lot has happened this week, and of course, we thank God that has enabled us to make it through to this day. We thank all the stakeholders that have engaged us during this week to share with your staff and your various groups on different issues to do with money matters. For the rest of us who may not have got that opportunity, you're still encouraged to keep in touch. Contact us. At the end of this presentation, you'll see our contact information, and you can always be in touch for us to be able to share more, talk more, and basically make wiser decisions with our money. Today, as we speak, yes, a lot is happening in various countries still with the COVID-19 pandemic. And in other countries like the United States, in the coast around Florida, Hawaii, that side, there is a cyclone and a heavy storm happening right now. But we pray that even amidst the protests, amidst the challenges with COVID-19, and now there is this issue with the natural disaster of the heavy winds and rains. We pray that God may continue protecting them through this period, and also the countries that are still challenged with the COVID-19. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another session with Be Money Wiser, and today we wanted to share more about saving more, but with piggy banks. Some of us may wonder what piggy banks are and basically how do they work, but in most cases they are in this form. I think you can see we have the piggy bank. You also have the eggy banks, but I think the word that most people are used to is piggy bank. Now, in most cases, we take this kind of saving for granted. Some of us think it's for low-income earners, for people with little money, for people who basically don't have that much resources, so they need to keep them in these piggy banks. But ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to understand them better and to also see how they can complement our various saving ways or our various saving mechanisms. So this picture, I also made it in this way so that we can appreciate the transition that Be Money Wiser came from to finally come up with the current piggy banks that we issue. I think below in the image, the lower part of the image where you see boxes, you can see that we started off this saving mechanism with saving boxes. And of course, we were trying our best to use the available resources, to use material that can be affordable and usable by a typical Ugandan. But this was over 3 years back. Now, when we developed this box, we felt that it was not meeting the standard and quality that we expected to give our clients. And then also you find that in the boxes, you may face challenges like preserving money for a long period of time. So as we evolved over the years, we were able to finally come up with the piggy banks that you see up there. And we also have a platform whereby if you have purchased a piggy bank like that, a plastic piggy bank like that, you are able to work with us so that we can recycle these for another usage over and over again. So if you purchased a piggy bank like this and you would want it replaced, you can always contact us and we'll replace it with a significant discount from the amount of money that you had bought it before. Now, ladies and gentlemen, piggy banks teach us how to learn to save. I know most of us have this stereotype that this is little money. In most cases, you want to deal with big chunks of money, but it reminds me of this quote: a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single penny. If you have not learned how to value the little money, if you have not learned how to value every coin that goes through your life, every money that you are blessed to receive, it is also highly unlikely that you will be able to accumulate the millions or billions or trillions of money that you envisage yourself to have in your life. So everything that we are planning to build from this moment starts with that one coin being valued. You do not let any money drip out of your life. You preserve it, collect it. After you have collected it, you are able to take it to a supervised financial institution. If not, you are able to accumulate enough so that you do something significant for your life. Now, these images here remind us that children can save in a piggy bank. Now, over the years, most people assume that piggy banks are for only children. All these kids have little money, so let them play with the piggy bank and keep some money. Guys, this is serious business. You're teaching this child how to preserve money. You're teaching this child how to value every coin that they are blessed to receive. So we need to always try our best to preserve this money. I think you can see in the images, one person kept it in the kids' closet somewhere. Keep it as far as possible from other people accessing it. In the second image, you can see they are hidden somewhere down on a shelf. So you can see that in a family of, let me say, 3, 4, 5 people, you can always keep your money safely in a place in your house that you can lock and know that much as your money is in a piggy bank, it is safe. Now, the way in which these piggy banks are designed is that when that piggy bank fills, you are able to get this money, lump sum, count it, and do something significant in your life. Now, as you're teaching your children to save, you tell them to save with a purpose. Sometimes, let me say, a child can be so obsessed with buying a bicycle, but you may not have the resources of buying a good quality bicycle that will last this child for a long period of time. So you start from there. You can tell the child, let us save for it. And at the end of this period, we shall be able to buy you a bike. But of course, even as you're teaching your children to save, we also encourage you to ensure that this child is monitoring the investment, reminding you, the parent, that look here, I need us to carry on with this with this discipline. Give the child some money consistently on a daily basis. Give him something, even if it's $1, even if it's a penny, even if it's in Uganda shillings, you can say possibly 500 shillings per day. How much are you giving your children on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, so that they can get the culture of saving? Sometimes parents may not share with their kids, but you can also drop in some money as and when you have accumulated coins, so that at the end of the year, this grows the child's resources, and when they open it, they are amazed at how much they have been able to accumulate. Now, when they have accumulated this money, it could be the child's first bank account. It could be the child's first big gift, possibly, that they may have wanted. And sometimes the money may not be enough to buy that gift. Like, for example, children normally want the PlayStations. I'm not sure which number they are on these days, how far the new series have come with PlayStation, but the child may want one, but the savings could not possibly buy it. However, you as a parent, you can get what this child has saved and top up. You say that, okay, you have saved this amount, the gadget or the toy or whatever it is the kid wants is X amount, top up for the kid, but at least the kid will know that he contributed to the acquisition of that particular product that you have enabled them to get. So teach your children to save from an early age, and the piggy bank is something that can enable them to learn this culture. But don't forget, keep the piggy bank in a safe place. One challenge we have had with the Be Money Wiser piggy banks is that many people feel they are so cute, so they let the children play with them. You leave them in the living room where the kid can always touch it and play with it. Yes, it's nice and cute, but it's only made like that so that you are encouraged to keep it, to keep it and preserve it, such that when you are able to open up and get your money, you enjoy the benefits of your saving. And by the way, a reminder is these piggy banks preserve any money material, whether it's paper money or coins or whatever it is, and it can last for as long as you save until it fills. So we do not give you the provision of opening that piggy bank, because when you can open it, you will not be able to keep up with the discipline of saving. Every time you get a problem, you'll be opening. Every time this has happened, you'll be opening. No, we do not want you to open. We make them big enough so that you can save for a period of time without opening them left, right, and center. Now, for some of us, you can have this in your offices. Now, I like the office example of a client of a client that we once had, who loved saving in an office. Now, he bought the first piggy bank, put it in his office. After filling it over a period of time, he then got the second piggy bank, also put it in his office. Now, it's like an accumulation of what? Of savings. And this person is very excited to open these piggy banks at some point and see how much money he has. But this discipline came because this person found that keeping the money in the office, you sometimes find yourself throwing coins all around. You can have coins in the drawer, you can have coins on the table, you could have coins lying everywhere in your office. But if you have a piggy bank, you do not lose any money because of that disorganization. So you put it in a corner in your office. If your office is open and not safe, you can put it in a drawer in your office. But you know that every time you have change, every time you have some extra money, every time you have some extra change lying around, put it in the piggy bank and you'll tell me after a year, such that you can enjoy the value of the accumulation of that seemingly little money. And of course, our piggy banks, the Be Money Wiser piggy banks, have been distributed in a number of offices. I thank you guys so much for supporting us. Some of you are in KCCA, in Sanlam, Centenary Bank, and other organizations. We really appreciate that you were able to purchase some of these piggy banks, and currently they are also available in supermarkets near you. You can find the piggy banks in Aristoc supermarket. You can find them in John Rich supermarket, Embassy supermarket, Jazz supermarket. Most of the supermarkets we are mentioning are within Kampala. But even still, if you contact us, we can always deliver you one wherever you are, such that you carry on this discipline and this culture of preserving your little money, seemingly little money. And I believe that as we have gone through this COVID period, we have opened up our minds and understood that you guys, we need to save. We need to save more, and anything that can enable us to get that discipline of saving. First, forget about this business of saving where we would open bank accounts and you call it a savings account and it stays with just the name savings account. But sometimes your salaries are paid in that account, but there is not much saving that we do. The moment salaries are paid, we go and withdraw all the money and spend on other things, but we forget to save. And that's why most schools of thought remind us to save at least 10% of any money that we earn. At least 10%. So if you earn like $100, is it so hard to save $10? It's possible. If someone has given you a tip or a gift of, let me say, $10, how much have you kept? Just $1. Keep it. And you know that, okay, at least I have kept something aside for the future. So Tracy, Peter, Moses, Thank you so much for joining. Evie, thank you so much for joining. Share with us a few comments that you may have on this topic of saving so that we can also learn from your examples. Doreen, thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, so we need to value all the money that we are blessed to receive, such that we are able to do something bigger and meaningful for our lives. Not so, wouldn't that be great? Okay, let's understand this issue of saving even a little more as we go on with today's talk. So, yes, in our offices, we can save in the piggy bank. Now, in your cars too, gentlemen, in your cars, we have coins lying around. In your glove box, you just drop the money there. Then one day when you're maybe giving someone a lift, you say, okay, you take that change that I've put there. People, preserve your money. Put this money in a place where we can collect it lump sum and do something significant and meaningful in our lives. So in the images, you see an example of the piggy bank that was kept in the middle of two seats. It's convenient. Every time you enter your car, you drop in, drop in, drop in. But of course, when you take it to the car wash, keep that piggy bank somewhere. It cannot be easily taken. You know, you people, we need to keep the money safe still, safer. Much as it's contained in the piggy bank, keep it a little bit safer. Okay, now a few saving tips for us to have at the back of our minds, even as we talk about saving in piggy banks. One is save as soon as you can. You see the examples that I've highlighted. If you have the piggy bank in your car, in your office, in your, in places where you can easily access, always drop in money as soon as you can, as soon as it is possible. In a day, you can drop in once, twice, three times. If it's your car that you do most of your business from. Some of you are Uber drivers. Some of you are, most cases moving around in your vehicle. So it's the convenient place for you to save. Drop in your money as soon as it is possible. And remember what I had mentioned at the beginning. After your money has accumulated, I think this leads us to the third point. Okay, I'll come back to the second. So the third point tells us, save with a goal in mind or goals in mind. What is it that you're planning to achieve? A year back, I interacted with a customer who bought over 5 piggy banks at once. So I thought that, oh yeah, maybe this person had 5 children, so they wanted each of the children to save. Then engaging the lady a little deeper, she explained that no, one piggy bank is for cement, the other piggy bank is for iron bars, the other one is for bricks. Meaning she had bought these piggy banks for her project, for her to be able to accumulate money for each of those things that she was planning to do with her house that she was trying to construct. So that discipline of saving, it's even in the bigger things of our lives. Some people save for vehicles, some people save for Christmas. In Africa, we like saving for events. We are saving for Christmas because we know we have to eat, a nice meal, invite family over and things of the sort. So the expense is quite high. Now, people deliberately save for such things. I once had a client who was only saving for shopping clothes because she knew that at the end of the year is when she does her shopping spree for a new collection of outfits, and the old collection she donates. Some of you have clutter hanging around in your houses because, hey, this dress was so nice when I bought it. This dress was so expensive. This shoe was a designer shoe, etc., etc. But you need to endeavor. You need to endeavor to save with a goal in mind, to save with something planned for you to achieve at the end of the day. So some of us also can save for school fees. Recently, I interacted with a gentleman who was sharing with me. He had come to get a new piggy bank. And then I inquired, what did you do with the money that you got from the old piggy bank? So the gentleman shared with me that at the beginning of the year, of course, before all this COVID business started, this is 2020 at the beginning of the year. COVID started in around March, but children had already gone back to school. So he shared that he had used the money to pay school fees. And he was so shocked about the amount that he found because it gave him a proper boost for him to be able to pay up the school fees. So he liked the idea of saving and was encouraged that even with the little coins that he was keeping, he was able to accumulate money enough to make a deposit on school fees. So what are the goals that you're saving for? What are those things that you want to achieve in your life, but you're finding challenges with saving? You know, we are in a culture where this discipline of saving is quite difficult, especially because we believe we have so many problems left, right, and center. You have a million things to do. You people, money is not easy and forthcoming without a proper discipline and culture of saving. Saving is practically the stepping stone for us to get that discipline of even paying back the loans that people have. You know, in Uganda, when whatever kind of activity you're putting in place for encouraging groups to plan better for finances, it is when people are joining, the first thing they ask is, are there loans? Will you give us loans? Will you lend us money? Even when guys are joining Be Money Wiser to become members, that's the first thing they ask. Would you be able to lend us money? You know, but you guys, if you can't save, it's highly likely that you'll be able to pay back those loans, because saving gives you the culture of having some money somewhere, but you say, let it grow. You let it grow. You have that discipline inculcated into your life of growing your money, such that even when you borrow, you have that discipline of keeping that installment until you are able to pay up, until you are able to make consistent installments with the money that you may have borrowed. Now, the other tip that we're giving you today is keep your savings safe. The example that I gave you, if you have a piggy bank at home, don't just keep it in the sitting room. I've given you an example before of a lady who got discouraged because her piggy bank was stolen by a maid and something of the sort. But even if it is not stolen, you're tempting people. Every time they hold the piggy bank like this, they say, the money is increasing, the money is accumulating. Really, why would that person run away with the what? With the piggy bank. So you can get it out once in a while, especially when the kids are putting in their money. But now when they have put in the money, go and keep it in your room. I think you saw the examples I gave you. It's in your wardrobe, down there, far, or you put it in a suitcase there where someone can't easily access. Or if you're locking your room, you can keep it in your room and lock it there, such that you do not tempt or have cases that your hard-earned savings are lost. And of course, even as we are keeping our savings safe, we are emphasizing carry those savings to a regulated financial institution. And it's at this point that I would like to encourage financial institutions out there, especially banks. You know, for us at Be Money Wiser, I only want to deal with regulated, proper regulated institutions, because there we know that people's savings are safe. So if you are someone working in a bank out there and you would wish to, kindly contact us and we partner to see that as people have saved in their piggy banks, we can carry these piggy banks and open the right savings account for this person and enable this person to improve their discipline and their culture of saving even bigger money. Are we together? So contact us, come and look for us so that we work out something bigger and better to enable people to save more. Are we together? Okay, so keep your savings safe. Ensure that you also have the discipline and consistency of saving, and let us save with a goal in mind. Then you can also save to start your investments. I can see point 2 and point 4 are the same. Keep your savings safe, and we couldn't emphasize it anymore. The first one, we are reminding you, keep your savings safe, far from temptation, far from losing them. The second one, we are also emphasizing, in the fourth point, we are emphasizing, as you're keeping your money safe, keep it in a regulated financial institution. So as you have accumulated this money in your piggy banks, carry it to a supervised financial institution in case you didn't have a goal at the back of your mind. And even as you've deposited it there, get the culture and the discipline of saving more. Okay, then we can save to start our investments. So in most cases, we want to borrow. We have this thing of borrowing. I've already talked about that. But instead of borrowing, examine how your business will flow, the cash flows and the monitoring of this business, starting with your savings. Because this is your money. If the business works out, it is okay. If it doesn't work out, it's also okay. No one will come and chase you that, oh, the business didn't work out. Where are your savings? No, you practice and learn from your savings. Such that by the time you now go to borrow, you are able to pay back those guys. And you have already seen that there is a cash flow for you to be able to pay back. So be a little bit wiser. Start by accumulating your money. And after you have accumulated this money, you have also got that discipline of preserving money. As you're preserving this money, you have also got the knowledge of knowing that, yes, I have some money. And in spite of the problems I have, I do not need to spend all the money I have to solve all the problems in the world. And as your money grows, you are able to do bigger and better things in your life. So isn't saving great? Isn't saving a stepping stone to whatever we would want to achieve in life? I encourage you to think more about saving and to try to have that discipline of saving in almost everything, for almost all the money that you earn. Save something. Don't get so excited to go and party and do what? How much have you saved? Partying is good, you can go and have some fun, but it's even more fun when you know that, oh, there is money that I have somewhere. I'm not spending all my money having fun. So all in all, happiness is when your piggy bank is finally full. You guys, that moment is happy. It is full. The piggy bank is mysterious. You do not even know how much money is in. Like the example of this Be Money Wiser piggy bank. As you can see, there is an inlet, but there is no outlet. Your money has to fatten. Like the richest man in Babylon says, the book Richest Man in Babylon, fatten your purse. Your money has to first grow. Now, this is the example of the piggy bank. Then, if you are not so into piggy banks, it's okay. Try the eggy bank. You see? Okay, it's too wide. Let me put it around here. So you can also try the eggy bank. And the inlet is clear. You put in your money, but to get it out, you have to wait for this thing to fill. I like hearing people saying, oh, I opened and I got 3 million. Oh, I opened and I got 4 million. What would you get when you open yours? Wait for it to fill and you enjoy the fruit of your hard work and the fruit of your patience as you're waiting for your money to accumulate. Now, when you open it and take it out, you can bring this shell back to Be Money Wiser, and we shall give you a very big discount of the cost of your new piggy bank. So the next one will be cheaper. You don't come with stories that, oh yes, I opened it, but now I don't have it. No, you come with the old one. You bring it to us so that we can open it. No, you open it from wherever. You can share your story if you're okay with it. But if not, it is okay. As long as you've improved something in your life, it's fine with us. Bring the shell to us. It will enable us to recycle this such that we do not have a lot of waste lying around because of these piggy banks. And it will also enable us to see that one extra person has improved something in their financial discipline, because it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of patience and guts and to keep these piggy banks sealed up to when they are full. And I'm praying that more and more of us can get that discipline and can get that culture. So Priska, thank you so much for joining us. We can carry on with our discussion. Yeah, so yes, happiness is when you open that piggy bank and it is full. You count your money. You see what your patience has accumulated, and then you are able to do something bigger and better from that money. One 500 shilling coin, 1 penny may not make a difference in your life now. But if you keep 1,000 pennies, or you keep whatever quantity, 5,000 pennies, how much is that? How much can you do out of that? Value all the little money so that you can be able to get something bigger, better, and significant in your life. So all in all, I encourage us to be money wiser. Let's be money wiser. And of course, it's a journey. We need to be patient. Like I told you at the beginning, the piggy bank started with boxes, but over the years we had to be patient and patient to build up to coming up with the final product. So guys, order the product and improve your what? Your culture of saving. Esther, Brian, and Shawish. This is a nice name. Shawish, thank you so much for joining. So contact us for more information and you'll be able to get yourself a piggy bank and improve something in your life with the Be Money Wiser piggy banks. And of course, this is our contact information. Don't worry, this will be available to you even after this talk. Order yourself a piggy bank. If you're in Uganda, it's quite easy to reach you and we shall be able to share with you depending on the quantity that you need for yourself and for your family and for your various saving goals that you have, we shall be able to reach you. And then also, for the people across the region, it's okay, let us know and then we can figure out how to reach you. But remember, we shall be able to improve our saving discipline and our saving culture as we try to value even the little money that we have in our lives. So if you have something that you would like to share with us, have you purchased a piggy bank before? What did you use the money for? Share in the comments so that we get to know what you went through, what your experience was. And you can encourage someone out there to also improve and increase the rate at which they are able to save and accumulate their savings. And of course, remember to also teach your children how to save. Now, for organizations and institutions that would like us to reach you, not just for the piggy banks, but also to meet the vision that you see in my background, to create a financially knowledgeable, disciplined, and prosperous society. If you have that at the back of your mind for your people, for your staff, for your family, for your children, contact us. If possibly you're starting a new relationship and you're planning, how can I be able to master this business of planning for finances amid this relationship mix? It is okay. Contact us and we shall be able to discuss more and basically brainstorm on ways we can improve the various gaps that we have in our financial lives. And as we carry on this journey, we encourage you to join Be Money Wiser. You can like our Facebook page so that every Sunday you're able to listen to something new that we have to share with you. You can also leave your number in the comments or send us a message and we can add you to the Be Money Wiser WhatsApp group so that you carry on with sharing information to do with planning better and improving our financial lives. So I think that's more or less what I needed to share with us today. Thank you so much for following us today, for most of you that have been able to. For the rest of us that will see this a little later, it is okay. It's available on our Facebook page. But of course, we can always meet you next Sunday at exactly 3 p.m. East African time for us to carry on this discussion. Thank you. God bless you all, and let's be money wiser. Thank you.